Hey, Tripp here from trippadvice.com, and today I got 3 of my very best flirting tips for you. So it doesn't matter if you're confident, doesn't matter if you're shy, especially if you are shy, you need to learn these because these are going to be crucial when you are meeting women. So first, let me just explain why flirting is so important. Flirting is the subtle mating dance that pretty much every single person has ever done if they've ever been with a woman. Any woman and man who have ever gotten together, there was some flirting that was involved. This is the way that you show interest in someone. This is the way that you build attraction. And this is also the way that you get a girl interested in you. So I'm gonna give you 3 today, and I'm also gonna give you a 4th one as a little bit of a bonus. So stick around until the end where you're gonna learn where to learn that one, and I promise that one might even be the best. I'm saving the best for last. But don't fast forward to the end of this video because you still wanna learn the first 3 that are gonna be crucial when you're meeting and attracting women. So let's get into it. My first tip is when you're flirting with a girl, what you want to do is create what I call an imaginary bubble. That's right. You're creating this imaginary bubble between you and the girl. And this bubble is encasing both of you, and you're zoning in on her in such a way where there's no one else in the room, okay? Obviously, yes, there are other people in the room wherever you're meeting her, well, maybe, but the whole idea here is that you're just focusing on her, you're showing her that you're focused on her, and that's gonna create this little connection between you and her, and it's gonna act as if no one else is around, and that's what you want. So I call this zoning in. You wanna zone in on her, and in a way, this is showing interest, but you're not doing it verbally per se, you're doing it more non-verbally. So a great way to do this is just standing right in front of her with just about maybe 1.5, maximum 2 feet of distance, you know, comfortable space, and making sure you guys are shoulder to shoulder and zoning in and talking to her. And this is a great way of flirting because, like I said, it does show that subtle interest. The next tip here is about touching. So touching is a really great way to flirt with a girl. I have plenty of videos on how to do that, but I want to give you my really best tip in terms of touching a girl. Something that's really easy, and this is really easy for guys who are shy too, because it's not too intrusive, it's not overbearing, it's not uncomfortable, and it's not inappropriate by any means. So in order to break the touch barrier, which like I am saying right now, it's very important because that's showing interest. When you're touching a girl, she will notice, just like you're gonna notice when a girl might touch you. When I say touch, I mean, you know, like a light touch on the arm, or she might slap your shoulder because you said something funny or dumb or whatever it is. And so what I want you to do is I want you somewhere in conversation to also touch her arm lightly. Where on the arm? Just right here, right here. And there's plenty of excuses of when to do that. Here's a couple. If you want to know what her name is, you can just touch on the arm really lightly, really quickly and say, what was your name again? So you kind of lean in and you just kind of touch her and say, what was your name again? Right? So any kind of question, doesn't have to be what was your name again, right? But any other question, you can say, wait, so you live where again? Doesn't matter. Any question, any kind of thought, you can just lightly touch on the arm. And again, this might seem awkward at first, you might have to practice it, but it's a great way to, like I said, show interest. At the end of the day, human touch feels nice. Of course, if you're doing it appropriately, you know, so just a little light touch on the arm, which is totally fine, is gonna make her feel like, whoa, this guy's probably into me. This guy's, you know, showing a little bit more interest because he's breaking the touch barrier. She's not thinking that consciously, by the way. This is all subconscious. And I know it sounds crazy, like one little light touch on the arm is gonna make that big of a difference, but trust me, it will. Wouldn't it for you if a girl was doing it? Probably. Here's the 3rd one, and again, you can combine all this. This is stuff that you can use in every single interaction. But the 3rd tip I have for you is about disqualifying her. That's right, you're disqualifying her. Basically, this means that you're showing her that you're not actually interested. Now, I know this is kind of funny because we were just talking about how flirting is showing interest, but it's also a dance. It's kind of a back and forth. It's kind of a back and forth of push and pull, like you're showing interest, but you're also not showing interest. I'd say if you have to balance it out, you're showing a little bit more interest than disinterest, but this is a great way to show her that you're not gonna be so easy to get and she's gonna have to chase you a little bit. So a great way to disqualify her is by showing her disinterest if she ever says something that you don't agree with or you don't like, okay? So here's an example. Let's say that she says that she's a big Bears fan, okay? Bears is a football team in Chicago, if you do not know. And you might be a fan of the Seahawks. So if you're a fan of the Seahawks and she's a fan of the Bears, you could say, oh my God, really? You're a fan of the Bears? Okay, this is not gonna work out. You know, there are plenty of guys on the internet that you can find that will be amazing for you, but this, no, it's not gonna happen. So you're saying this with a smile on your face. It's almost like you're teasing her, so it's like you're disqualifying her, but in a way that's joking around. And also, in some ways, even though you're showing disinterest, you're also showing interest because it's obvious that you're flirting with her. Now I have one more for you, and in order to get that, I put my last and really amazing flirting tip on an Instagram post on my Instagram. So I actually put a link to that post below this video. All you have to do is click on that link and you will see on there the last flirting tip, which is really quick, really to the point, and something that you should be using every single time that you meet a girl. And of course, while you're there, go ahead and follow me on Instagram because you will see all the updates and get more tips and see what I'm up to. And I post stuff every single day. So go ahead, check that out for your fourth flirting tip, and I'll see you on the next video.